Hey there everyone, welcome back to Game Bynum. Welcome back to another Dexterity Week video where we are reviewing Rampage. Let's do it. Now, this game is highly out of print, and it's not the video game Rampage or the movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in it. It is a game about reptilian kaiju munching up a whole bunch of meeples. It's pretty crazy, and it is a dexterity game. It also goes under a different name, Terror in Meeple City, and I'm pretty sure it's because of that whole Rampage video game movie deal. But essentially, you're flicking your disc, you're flicking trucks, you're flicking monsters sometimes to break these buildings that are constructed of meeples and cardboard. It's really interesting. My box is very old and has seen better days. I used to have my own that was brand new. It had stickers on the meeples. Oh, it was so awesome. But I had to sell it. But this one is still the same game. Let me go ahead and show you this out of print dexterity game, and then I'll give you my thoughts. Let's go. The best pieces. Now, you did have to sticker these up. Now, these also have a promo, the meeples up here, that have stickers. I used to have them. So sad that I had to sell that copy, but I got the game again and I'm so happy to have it. All these meeples are nice. My favorite meeple is the one that is cut off. I think it suits the theme of Rampage really well. And the big guys, very nice thick meeples. They all have their own disc. You have buses. You have 3 different decks. Not linen finished decks, which are unfortunate, but the art on them is just spectacular. It reminds me of yellow art, to be honest with you. And the shields here, we got the teeth, which are, these actually are linen finish. Are these linen finish? Nope, they're not. The cardboard is, though. And this right here is the large stadium. The floors are linen finish. I don't know why they wouldn't linen finish the cards. That's so odd. And then you get the board for when the meeples fly off. My box here is seen better days. And then you have 2 clips that put the map together, because it's a puzzle board that you get right here. So, yeah. Now let me show you how to play with these things. As I was building the set, I wanted to point out each of these are double-sided, and all the art on the floors are unique. They're different here, and the other thing that I didn't point out is the blondes have a skirt on instead of having like regular meeples. So little things that I just wanted to point out. Okay, now let me show you how to play. Alright, here's the game set up. Now, the board broke up into neighborhoods, and they are distinguished by color. So this yellow quadrant here is neighborhood, green, gray, so forth and so on. Just want to let you know that because that's going to come into play here soon. So on your turn you get 2 actions, and you can pick from 4 different ones here. And the first one being move, demolish, toss a vehicle, or the breathe breath, which that one's last because I don't like it. Now everyone will be getting a card of each one of these, and I'll go over those a little bit more. The main premise is you want to eat meeples and beat people's monsters up to get points, and demolish as much as you can and eat floors to get points. Whoever has the most points at the end of the game is the winner. Everyone starts out with 4 teeth. That is important because you can only eat as many meeples as you have teeth. Now on your turn, like I said, 2 actions, and when you move, you take your monster off of the disc, and then you would flick to move. And then you can flick again, and then after that, your turn is over. Now, you can also demolish. If you are on the sidewalk here, your disc is touching it, you can take the monster, hold it above you here, and drop it. Oh, it's so satisfying. And again, you can do that twice if you want to on your turn. The thing about this is, if any meeples are in your neighborhood, you get to eat them. Unfortunately, they all fell into the green, but let's say they fell over here in the yellow. I'd be able to get 2 of these meeples, and I can eat up to 6. I put them behind my shield. And any floors that are clear of meeples, I can eat from my demolish. Doesn't matter where they are in the neighborhood. And they give me 1 point. And see, these floors have meeples, so they stay on there. And that is basically a demolish and how you eat meeples. You always eat the meeples at the end of your turn once everything is done. Now the other thing is, in some neighborhoods, if you're there and there's a vehicle there, you can put the vehicle, take it, and then put it on your monster's head and flick it any way you want, either at an enemy or at a building. That was a terrible flick. Let's try this one more time. There we go. That was nice. So if you demolish and clear a floor, you get the floors. But again, you can't eat the meeples. Now, if I were to knock over somebody else with this truck, say I knocked them over, you didn't see my finger go there, then I would take one of their teeth and put it in my shield, giving me 2 points at the end of the game for each one of my teeth. Now, they stay knocked over until their turn comes up, and then they put their monster back up, and then everything is as normal. Now, the last action you can take is the breath. Now, I'm not going to go over it too much, but basically, you would take your monster and then put your chin on its head and then blow. Yeah, I can't do it. It's stupid. Don't do that action. Just demolish when you can. But you can blow anywhere you want. If you blow off meeples, you can eat them. But the meeples are on top of the building, and you're in the neighborhood, you can just eat them anyway. You don't have to blow them off. Maybe using the blow power is good for blowing meeples into your neighborhood. That might be something you could use it for, but it's disgusting, worthless, and not an action you should do. Now, if at any time a meeple goes off the board, he escapes and he goes over on this board. Now there's two sides. One is just add any of the meeples to the row, but this one here is specific colors, and specific things will happen. Most of the time they'll be bad. You'll lose teeth, you'll have to move into different neighborhoods, but they have a cheat sheet to all those different things and the powers as well. Let's go over those powers. Everyone gets a character card, which basically gives them an identity in which they're trying to get points. You can get points this way too. If you have the most green military people, you are a pacifist and you get 10 points. Now the power is something you can use all the time. The jumper is basically you can flick your disc off your head and move that way. Pretty interesting. Let's go over a few more of them here. This is, oh yeah, this is where you can drop your meeple on another monster if you want. A heavyweight boxer, it hits for 2 teeth. Now, you can use it every time, but the superpower you can only use once per game. I don't know what that one is. I haven't used that one. Basically, you can eat 2 meeples per tooth for this one. Really hungry. I've used that one. So these guys, oh yeah, this one is a kiss one here. It's pretty gross. You steal somebody's meeples. Oh, this one here I love. He's the catcher. He will throw a monster off of somebody's head, and it's used to demolish buildings. Oh, that's probably my favorite superpower. We can only do it once. So again, that is how you play. You'll do 2 actions, and everyone will be eating floors and eating meeples until everything is eaten, and then you will score. How you score is if you get a set of the meeples, so one of every color here, the old people, the blondes, the businessmen, you get 10 points per set, and then you will score any of your cards here, the character cards. If you get the most blondes, if you have the most red people, you will basically score for those as well. And you also score for any floors, 1 point, teeth, 2 points, and for any teeth that you have left on your person. So that is Rampage in a nutshell, or Terror in Meeple City. Now, let me tell you one thing about this game. Let's go. So that is Rampage, or Terror in Meeple City. What do I give it? I give it a 90. Yes, it gets the Game Fine Must Play award, and this one has to get reprinted. It would be nice to actually have the Rampage license, to have like a gorilla and the, there's a reptile, a gorilla, and it was something else, and I just can't put my finger on it. It was a bird? I can't remember, but it would be cool to have that license on here. But this, with just the reptiles, is fantastic. I don't think the theme is disturbing. They have little meeples that are getting eaten, not actual people, And people like to play kaiju type of games, especially nowadays. And this one is in a league of its own, being a dexterity game. Yes, it's super gross for people to blow all over your game, and I X that out, that as an action in my game. Or you could get some kind of like fire blower. That would be a good interesting idea. Maybe that would be a better way to do it. Listening to bad things, it can easily get knocked over by accident, and once you build this whole construction, it takes a ton of time to set up, and sometimes to tear down. It's not going to appeal to everybody, especially people who don't like dexterity games. And that's about it. Everything else I love. I love the production. I love the wooden components. I like the cardboard components. The cards are a little lacking, but still okay. The art on them is fantastic. The game just makes sense. You're a monster going around flicking your disc, and there's trucks and trying to hit other monsters. You can be aggressive if you want, which I always try to be, or you can just stick to your own, eat your own meeples in the floors and do your game that way. I've seen both ways win. Now the powers and characters, some combinations can be OP, but that's the variation of the game and does make it replayable big time. It's really easy to teach. It's good for gamers, like heavy gamers and light gamers, and people who are new to the hobby. Young and old, this game I think is going to appeal to the masses, and I really don't understand why it went out of print, especially when it went into Terra of Meeple City. I'm pretty sure that's not in print, at least I don't see it anywhere. It was hard for me to get that, so I had to go and get this copy on eBay. So I'm not going to be able to leave a link down below for you to buy this, but if you come around this game, I would say it's a great purchase at around 40 to about 50 bucks max. Being that it's rare, going a little above that isn't unreasonable. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me in today's review for this dexterity video. If this is something that you like, please click like and subscribe if you haven't. We're close to 10,000 subscribers. My name is Dave, and have a great rest of your day and a great time with all you play. Bye, everybody. Vi Nation, we love making content here for you on the channel, and we're almost at 10,000 subscribers, so subscribe now and help us out. This video right here, I think you'll like. This video right here, YouTube thinks you'll like. Or you can just sit here and watch me dance as a dinosaur for a little bit longer. You can visit us at our social media outlets, and we're going to be improving our Patreon here soon. That's all for today. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.